My intolerance for liberals is simply due to the fact that I used to be one. And dealing with people who are still in the same mindset that I was back in the time frame when I was highly emotional, self-victimized myself, and lacked logic in pretty much anything that I ever did is exceptionally frustrating.
Let's talk for a moment about your relationship with President Trump, which has been interesting over the years. You well documented that you had this dinner with him at the White House,
very well
which you talked about, which people have talked about. What's the nature of your relationship with him now? What's that like?
Well, okay, well, first of all, the people who stopped watching my show because I had dinner with them are idiots, in my view. They just are. They're just completely emotional because they're always asking the wrong question, which is like, oh, how dare you have dinner with Donald Trump? The question should always have been, what did I say after I had dinner with Donald Trump? Now, if after I had dinner with Donald Trump, I came back to this show and was seduced by that dinner and stopped tearing him a new one every week, every time I thought he did something wrong, then you would have a case. That didn't happen.
It did not happen. As somebody who watches the show every week, that did not happen.
That did not happen.
Yeah.
I also don't pause for making fun of the left when they are, in my view, crazy. But that doesn't.
And there's been plenty of examples.
And there's plenty of examples of that. But I never stopped with Donald Trump. So I feel like having met him and sat down for 3 hours, it was a long dinner, and the left got very mad at me for reporting it accurately, which is he's very different in person. By the way, everyone who's ever met him says the same thing.
I would say the same thing. I've met him several times.
Course.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, if any person is deceiving you, that will actually change or will ever be sounding like a Republican, it's a lie. This man will always he will always be a Libra, no matter what. At some point, he struggled to balance his audience after a lot of Libras stopped watching him. Him doing that was a good strategy.
There's a bridge that Canada is building there's one there now, but they're building a better one, between, I assume it's over the Detroit River.
Detroit and Ontario.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
Yes, yesterday, President Trump sent a real message to be Maher. When you take a look at this, President Trump absolutely goes off at Maher. He is no different than Jimmy Kimmel, Fallon, or Colbert, but I must admit, slightly more talented. Anyway, B is a highly overrated lightweight, and Republicans should stop using him to show how the left is coming over our way. At some point, after the dinner with Trump, I thought maybe B will actually adjust his way, the way he's covering the president, but since then, he has never changed. He has always been the same. And Trump is noticing this. This is not the very first time that I'm seeing this. I have a lot of clips. I'm going to show you what exactly is actually going on. We had an interview. He said this.
There's a bridge that Canada is building there's one there now, but they're building a better one, between, I assume it's over the Detroit River.
Detroit and Ontario.
Yeah, of course. Okay. This is Trump this week. As everyone knows, the country of Canada, also known as Canada, has treated the United States very unfairly for decades. How? Canada is building a massive bridge between Ontario and Michigan. Prime Minister Carney, well, that's an improvement. He's called him Governor Carney before, wants to make a deal with China, which will eat Canada alive. We'll just get the leftovers. I don't think so. The first thing China will do is terminate all ice. I can usually suss out something in this. I don't know where. Why will China take over, destroy hockey? The left viscerally makes me often want to punch them more, because they're just so often like anti-common sense. So that just insist on championing things that are really about them, but they have to feel like they're social justice warriors. You know, they have to. It's very important for them to feel like they're the good people, and by telling us that we're all bad, that's how they know they're good.
Right.
And that just becomes kind of annoying.
Examples with the Super Bowl halftime show, where Kid Rock, who you had that dinner with, was doing his own show, and then Bad Bunny's doing his show. Which one did you watch, and what did you make of that cultural moment for America?
So funny. People were asking me the week before, which one are you going to watch? I said, I'm going to watch the real one, the regular one, like I do every year, and I'm going to honor it the same way by going to the bathroom.
Did you?
Of course, you have to go to the bathroom at some point. Yeah. But I watched it. I liked it. You know what? I didn't understand it, but like I said tonight in the show, I don't understand when Mick Jagger sings either. I don't understand any rock star. Nobody's really understandable. I didn't understand Kendrick Lamar very well either. I mean, that's okay. It's just a feeling.
This is the clip that triggered Trump. When you take a look at what Trump has been putting out about Canada for a very long time, you will clearly see his things, his objectives, as that is concerned, which I don't want to go into that, and use this as an opportunity to actually mock the president, say some ridiculous things. I don't want to play all the clip. Trump saw this video. He was very angry before he put out that tweet. His tweet was very long, to a level not seen before. Immediately, I saw this interview be had with this man, where he actually talked about how Libras stopped watching him when he had the dinner with Trump. You know, I was like, that is what he wanted. He wanted to gain the consecutive base, but it is still not working out because he continued to do the same things. Initially, people thought maybe he will adjust, maybe he will do it differently. That is actually my initial thought. But along the way, he continued to do that. He has talked about the insult Trump poured on him every single time. I really see that. Now, the tone is very actually different from here. Looking at someone having different opinions or having conversations with people they disagree, I like that. It is very important. But in a case like this, to me, I saw like B was struggling to manipulate people. He wants to play here, he wants to play there. That is just my thought when I look at what he has been struggling to do for a very long time. But it's crazy, right? I don't want to prolong the video. I think I'm going to end here. I want to appreciate the people supporting, sharing out the videos. God bless you abundantly. As of the short clips you see at the end, that is for the white algorithm. You can always skip.
Some people don't think we evolved in the first place. Some people think that God made us all at once in one fell swoop and by himself. I think if he'd had a wife or a mate, there'd have been questions when he was working, wouldn't they? Be like, what are you doing?
All these men who...
This week, almost every liberal I know suddenly really into Bad Bunny.
Their queso dip, their chili con carne, watching a Super Bowl going on in Santa Clara, California. To feel the joy and to feel the unity and the message of...
The Super Bowl needs to figure out the halftime show.
Gervais once told the award show crowd, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech. You're in no position to lecture the public about people.
A person's home, it's very easy to understand.
When I look at that video, I don't see both sides in a dogmatic.
The Golden Globe for Best Editing goes to the Justice Department.
This is for her. This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today.
Yes. Of course, this is for the mother.
Babies are upstairs watching. Y'all better be up them damn phones and watching me.
Them. Thank you, everyone. I'm a little in shock.
In which the president had made no comment.
When people ought to have.
Absolute horror.
Hi, Mel Gibson. I'm in Italy.
There is a quota system.
This is my 6th and last year hosting the Grammys. Song of the Year. Congratulations, Billie Eilish.
And we are a community here today that what we're doing. And we're only going to be able to get any shit done.
Billie Eilish, who might be the most depressed person in America.
At all. It's about persona. You know, Don Lemon.
How arrogant.
Good afternoon, people. Well,